Imagine having a front row seat to someone fumbling a blessing, a gift from God that they prayed for, and God actually answered them. Even though they might not have expected God to answer, He did. Imagine having a front row seat, whatever that looks like, a friend or your best friend, your cousin, whoever. Imagine having a front row seat to someone fumbling what they actually prayed to God for in their alone time with God. God gives it to them and they fumble it so hard, and it's like the actions that they take after God gives them this gift is like visually spitting in God's face. And it's just so hard for you to watch, right? I'll give you an example so you can understand what I'm talking about. And we all know, right? God gives us warning before destruction, right? God warns us, right? So imagine also seeing God warn this person, whether it's through you, whether they have dreams, whether God allows certain things to happen in their life to wake them up. And imagine they revert back to what is going to get the blessing taken away. Because a lot of people, I hear people say, oh, what's for you is for you. Yeah, that's true. But God gives and God takes away. And sometimes God gives us things to show us just how much we were not ready and prepared for it. I'll give you an example. Let's say someone prays for a wife or husband, okay? Let's say you're having a front row seat to a man who prayed to God for a wife, right? And this man gets the wife that he prayed for. She may have not came how he expected or whatever, but God gives her to him, right? And you see him be sneaky. You see him be deceitful behind her back. You see him play her like she's a fool behind her back. You see him cheat. You see him still be involved with his ex. You see him doing illegal stuff. Like, you just looking like, didn't you just pray for this woman? Didn't you just pray for this person? And you doing all of this behind their back in front of God's face. Mind you, people play in your face, right? But they forget that God is watching them. Like, God is watching everything. Like, for some reason, people think that stuff that they do behind someone else's back can't be seen by God. And that's just not how it works. Or even if somebody prays for a car or a house or something, and you just see this person invite the wrong people around them, like, and let's say this person gets the car that they prayed for, they got a license and everything, right? And then they fumble that blessing by letting one of their friends who has no license or no good driving experience drive their car, and then they watch that friend wreck their car that they just prayed for. And they fumbled that gift from God because they let someone without a license and no good driving record just go down the street. Let me just go down the street real quick. Let me just take your whip. And you just watching like, why would you do that? Like, what's wrong with you? When God gives you something, you're supposed to protect that thing with everything you have. You're supposed to give him glory and how you treat that person. If you pray for a wife or a husband and God give you the wife that you prayed for, you're supposed to protect that woman at all costs. Not take it as the opportunity because she's kind, loving, she's gentle. And you take that and you see, you have a front row seat of this person taking her kindness for weakness. I mean, you just got a front row seat. You watching it all go down. And let's say God gives you a word to tell them, right? Like, let's say God started giving you dreams or messages to tell them a message, like, because God warns us before destruction comes. And it's about 9 months. Let's just roughly multiply 9 months times 30 days, which is approximately 270 days to maybe 300, depending on which month it is. Add a day or take away, right? And let's say you multiply that number, let's say 270 times 24 hours in every day, and that's roughly 6,480, but let's just say roughly 6,500 hours, right? You didn't watch God give this person roughly 9 months and roughly 270 to 300 days to get it right, and that equals to about 6,500 hours, maybe, give or take, depending on which month it is and whatever. And you're like, dang, that's a lot of time to give someone to repent, to turn away from their wicked ways, and to do the person right that they prayed for. You just like watching, and you have given this person a warning as well. Like, you've been instructed to give this person a warning. They don't listen. Matter of fact, they take that advice and they get more sneaky and more deceitful behind this person's back. Or whatever the case is, whether they prayed for a wife, a husband, a car, a house, whatever, and you just watching this person fumble the blessing so hard. And then you slowly see God is about to take away what he gave to them because they are not stewarding it well. They're not taking care of it. Matter of fact, they took it for granted. You gonna pray to God for something and take it for granted. You gonna pray to God. You gonna get on your knees or whatever posture you're in and pray to God for something and be sneaky with it, be deceitful, be lying and cheating and being mischievous behind the scenes, and you think God is not watching you after you prayed to him with a sincere heart, and then you fumble the very thing that you prayed for. It's really crazy to me. It's really crazy to have a front row seat to watch something go down like that after God warns this person. And you seeing this person get warning after warning after warning to get it right. Time and mercy and grace. So many months, so many weeks, so many hours to get it right. And they actually go further into deceit. They actually go further into manipulation with this person. And you're just like, dang, they about to lose this person. Like, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. And you even see that God allows this person to have a fresh start. You see that God is having so much mercy because the gift that God gave them, like, he wants it to work out so well, but this person is not receiving it. This person is taking it for granted. This person is manipulating, which is it's like witchcraft. When you manipulate and play mind games with people and be sneaky and deceitful and try to stay 10 steps ahead with deceit and sneakiness, you are like setting yourself back like 50 steps. You're setting yourself back like before you even prayed for that thing. Because God is watching you like, wow. Now this person's heart is broken. The gift that I gave you, you broke it. You broke the gift that I gave you. And now I got to take it away from you. And now I got to go fix that gift. Now I got to renew and restore this gift. And now I have to like redo this person's heart all over again. Because you broke this person's heart. I gave you this person as a gift. You broke their heart. Now I have to renew their mind again so they're not walking around thinking that everybody's like you. Now I have to renew them so that this person doesn't think that everybody's manipulative. Now I have to renew them again because now they're going to think like, God, why did you even allow me in this situation if you knew this person was going to do me dirty like this? Someone destructs their own gift from God. It's really sad. It's really sad to see it happen in real time. And you seeing God warn over and over again because he loves us. It's just really like a diabolical situation to see that go down in real time. And it's even more diabolical and hurtful if you're the person who fumbled a blessing from God. If you prayed to God for a wife or a husband or whatever, I'm a woman, so I'm speaking from a woman's perspective, but it goes both ways. If you prayed to God for a wife and he gave you that and you fumbled her, you was sneaky, you was holding on to your ex, you thought you could have everything. You thought that praying to God for a blessing meant that you could have it your way. This ain't Burger King. You thought that you could pray to God for something and still be in your old ways. You thought that you could pray to God for a blessing to continue to live a righteous lifestyle and you still doing illegal stuff. You still in the streets. You still being sneaky. You got a roster of people on the low. God trying to give you one person and you just can't. Your eyes just going everywhere. You still got wandering eyes. You don't want to be delivered from that. You are like, and I'm talking about people who willingly will keep a bunch of women around him, and God is trying to give you just a wife, one. But your actions show that, oh, I don't just want one. I'm gonna have this one, I'm gonna have my main, and then I'm gonna have a bunch of side pieces. God is not gonna play with you. Sometimes God gives us what we ask for to see how we're gonna handle that. To see what we actually gonna do with it. Like, okay, let me see if I give him the wife that he asked for. Let's see how he maneuvers around. And he see you playing her in her face. Or he gives you a car and you letting anybody just drive the car and so they could crash it. Because they don't care about it like you do. They trying to drive your whip for clout. Or he give you a job that you wanted and you laundering money or doing illegal stuff or whatever the case is. Or he actually gives you a regular job and he allows you to make money online and you still want to do illegal stuff or sell drugs or whatever the case is. You want to hold on to your past life thinking that you're going to move forward with God and the gift. It's not going to work like that. Surrendering is called surrendering everything for a reason. Some people want what God has for them and they also want to hold on to their past life, even if it means doing illegal stuff, even if it means cheating, emotional cheating. You want a wife and a husband and all of this and that, but you can't even not watch porn. Your appetite is not for one person. And stop pretending that your appetite is for one person. Be honest with yourself first. A lot of people lie to you so well because they lied to themselves first. And so they believe their own lies. But guess what? You can't lie to God because he sees your heart. And so many people talking about, oh, I know. God knows my heart. He sure does. He sure does. Do you? Do you even know your own heart truly? Or are you just pretending? You trying to use God? That's what you've been doing to people most of your life, right? Using people, manipulating people, gaslighting people, making people think they tripping so you could get your way. You acting like you don't know what you're doing is wrong so you could get out of it easier. You acting like you don't know what you did. And God is just staring you in your face. Whether you ignoring God or not, whether you acknowledging him, whether you playing God, I'm going to say playing your own self in your own face because you can't play God. He already knew what you was finna do before you did it. He was just trying to show you what you was going to do when he blessed you with that gift that you asked for. He wanted you to see for yourself that you was messed up in the game.